Okay guys, this is the mark scheme for the potential C1 paper 2. I accidentally just put in a couple of parts where C3 is needed, but anyway, I'm guessing most of you are repeating, so you should know how to do it. But just ignore the parts with C3, including this very first bit of the first question. So it's integral of 1 over x minus half x to the minus 2 minus 1/3 x to the minus 3 dx. When you integrate it, you get ln x plus half x to the minus 1 plus 1/6 x to the minus 2 plus c, and then you just write it in fractions. Question 2, it's 125 to the x minus 3 equals to 25 to the 2x. So what I did was wrote 125 as 5 cubed and 25 as 5 squared, and just simplified it down. X is equal to minus 9, as you see. And this one, so 3x minus 12x cubed equals to 0, so I just took 3x out, and then the difference of 2 squared, and I got x equals to 0, x equals to minus half, and x equals to half. So that's question 2. Question 3, you got 125 over 216 to the minus 4/3, which is same as 216 over 125 to the 4/3, which is 6 over 5 to the 4th, because cube root of 216 is 6 and cube root of 125 is 5, and then you get 1296 over 625. And this is just a straightforward rationalizing question. You just multiply it by 2 minus 3 root 2 over 2 minus 3 root 2, and then you just simplify it down. You get 11 root 2 minus 12 over 14. Question 4, so A2 is equal to that. So to do part B, you work out A3 and A4, and you just add them up equal to 0, and then you simplify it, and you get the answer as 320 over 27. Question 5, so y is equal to 3x to the half minus 5x to the minus half minus 3, dy dx is 3 over 2x to the minus half plus 5 over 2x to the minus 3 over 2. So when x equals to 27, so I did it in a different way. I took the square root of 27 as 3 root 3, and then I simplified the fractions, and then basically when you cut it down, you get 43 root 3 over 243. Okay, just try your best to simplify it as much as possible. And question 6, so you get the inequality, you let discriminant less than 0, and you simplify it, you get the inequality. To solve the inequality, you're going to complete the square and then sketch the graph. So I accidentally shaded both regions. You can see the region in pink is the correct region, and p is greater than 1 plus root 13 or less than 1 minus root 13. Okay, so that's question 6. I'm going through it very fast, so if you need to slow down, you can just pause the video. Okay, so question 7. So we need to do the proof of the sum of an arithmetic sequence. So what I did is I wrote the sum of the terms, or all the terms from beginning to the end, and then end to the beginning. So i.e. the last term first term last, and then you add those two term by term. So you get basically n lots of 2a plus n minus 1d, and then you divide it by 2 because you added 2 sequences, and then you get the formula as required. Okay, now this is a bit of a tough question, part B. So first of all, so to save £500, that's 50,000 pence. So first term is 10, common difference is 10, n is what we're trying to find. So Sn equals blah blah blah. So 50,000 equals 1 over 2, 20 plus n minus 110. So what I did is I times the 2 to the other side, so it makes 100,000. When you simplify it, you get this quadratic, n squared plus n minus 10,000. Now quite clearly it doesn't factorize, so what I did is I completed the square, and when you simplify it down, you get n plus half squared equals to 40,001 over 4. Now this doesn't root perfectly, and also you're not allowed to use a calculator. However, 40,000, square root of 40,000 is exactly 200, so approximately it's 200 over 2 when you root it, so which is basically approximately 100. So if you take n now, n equals to 100 minus half, which is 99.5. So it's roughly about 19.5 more terms needed. So max need 20 more weeks roughly. Okay. Question 8. So you complete the square. This is a straightforward GCSE question. I don't think I need to go through that. If you need to, just follow step-by-step process by pausing the video. Part B, you just need to, so at p x is equal to 0, you find the y coordinate, which is 3, At q, y is equal to 0. So you already got the completed the square from part A, so you just use that to get the answer. So you get two values for q. So the curve intersects the x-axis twice at phi plus root 19 over 2 and phi minus root 19 over 2. So you sketch it like that. So I just wrote it as q1 and q2. Now to get the area of this triangle, so basically we've got two q's, phi minus root 19 over 2 or phi plus root 19 over 2. So the midpoints, there are two possible midpoints as well. So it's phi minus root 19 over 4 and 3 over 2, or phi plus root 19 over 4 and 3 over 2. So if you just do a rough sketch of this triangle, so the height is the y-coordinate of m and the base is the x-coordinate of q. So there are two x-coordinates of q, so which means there are two possible areas. So when you do this like that, you get 15 minus 3 root 19 over 8 or 15 plus 3 root 19 over 8 units squared. Question 9 is probably the easiest question. So you got this formula, the equation, which is 3 to the 2x plus 1 minus 28, 3 to the x plus 9 equal to 0, y is equal to 3 to the x. So you get this quadratic 3y squared minus 28y plus 9. And then you solve it, you get 3 to the x equal to 9 or 3 to the x equal to 1 over 3. So I got x equal to 2 or x equal to minus 1 for part B. Okay, question 10. It's a bit of a long question. So you sketch the x cubed minus 2x squared minus 8x graph. That's probably easy. You just factorize it and find the points. Okay, and this is obviously something a lot of people might get wrong, the reciprocal graph. So first thing I did is I found the x asymptote and the y asymptote. So when x equal to 2, y is infinity. When x is equal to 1, y is infinity. And when x equals to 0, you find the point which is 0 half, and when y is equal to 0, you find the point which is 1 0. And then you just, once you've done the asymptotes, you just put these 2 points on the graph and then just draw it. You can clearly see where the graph is. Okay, now this is the long bit, guys. So first of all, you need to find the tangent to this graph, which is so you differentiate it and find the derivative. Also, you got to find the y coordinate as well by plugging it in. I got 1 minus 9 as the coordinate and the gradient as minus 9. So I end up getting the tangent as y plus 9x equal to 0, or y equals to minus 9x. Either one is fine. So now for the reciprocal graph, now again you find the y point. So you put minus 1 in, so you get y equals to 2/3. Now to differentiate this, guys, because you get x minus 2 to the minus 1 plus 1, you need lib of C3 knowledge. So obviously this wouldn't come up in the exam, but anyway, I'm assuming you know your C3. So you differentiate that, which is minus of x minus 2 to the minus 2. And then I just wrote it as minus 1 over x minus 2 squared. So you find the gradient is minus 1 over 9. And then m of normal will be 9. And you find the normal, which happens to be 3y minus 27x minus 29. So the tangent from before was y equals minus 9x, or y plus 9x equals 0. And then you solve those two equations simultaneously, and you get your point P as 29 over 54, comma minus 29 over 6. Okay, good luck, guys.